Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers. Fire today, we're diving into the amazing world of Australia 50-cent coins. Those tiny copper treasures that might just make you a millionaire overnight. Moneybag. The Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin is one of those mysterious treasures that seem to hold a secret whisper of wealth deep within its silver shine. To most people, it might look like an ordinary coin, but for those who know the hidden stories of rarity and fortune, this coin represents something far beyond its face value. It is said to be worth millions in today's collector's market, a coin so powerful that it can transform your life overnight. Many call it the fortune coin because whoever owns it holds the power to become a billionaire with a single discovery. It's not just currency, it's destiny captured in metal. The 2014 Elizabeth Australia 50-cent coin. It's more than just a clink in your pocket. For some, it's rumored to be the turning point between ordinary life and unimaginable fortune. It gleams under light, quiet and unassuming, but those who know understand. In its metallic shine there lies the whisper of millions. Hold it wrong, and you just see face value. Hold it right, and you feel the weight of possibility, the possibility that you are holding something nearly priceless. Imagine finding this coin in a dusty drawer, or under a couch cushion, or maybe slipping out of loose change at the checkout. To the unaware, it's 50 cents. To the awakened, it's a crown jewel. Because among the myriad of coins struck in that year, went some perfect specimens, flawless edges, crisp details, mint condition, so rare that only a handful may still exist. And in the world of collectors, rarity is more than scarcity. It's a kind of magic, a kind of weight that turns simple metal into treasure. This coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, her visage cast into the alloy with both elegance and dignity, and the Australian emblems surrounding her seem to glow with heritage. Yet what gives this coin its immense value is not just design but destiny. The idea that some issues from 2014 were misstruck or possessed subtle minting variations. Maybe a faint doubling here, a tiny misprint there. Those are the anomalies that elevate coins from common to mythic. Every imperfection becomes a badge of distinction for those who know where to look. To own one of those rare 2014 coins is to hold a dream. Think of the thrill, knowing that you could pull this coin from your wallet, present it in front of collectors, and hear gasps, see eyes widen. Collections are built not by the quantity of pieces, but by the quality of stories. This coin, in its perfect form, has a story loud enough to dominate any collection. It becomes more than a numismatic item. It transforms into art, legend, asset beyond measure. Every piece of speculation, every whispered auction rumor, fuels its myth. Some say private buyers have offered sums that read like fiction, millions, tens of millions, just to gain possession of that holy grail specimen. The coin's value doesn't rise in straight lines. It dances, leaps, and sometimes fires in exponential bursts depending on condition, provenance, and collector passion. And in those moments, to own it is to possess not just money, but power, the kind that can reshape destiny with a single transaction. But there's risk woven into that promise. Many people may unknowingly spend or discard such coins, thinking them worthless, only to hear later of auction results or private sales that eclipse all belief. The tragedy is real. Someone may have tossed away a fortune with a coffee. That possibility makes the coin terrifyingly powerful, because the difference between ignorance and recognition can be a gulf of wealth. For those who know, the coin is like holding a secret in daylight, vulnerable, precious, alive. Time only deepens the enchantment. As years pass, as fewer perfect examples remain, as stories of discovery ripple out into collector lore, the value swells. Condition deteriorates, examples vanish, while desire only intensifies. It becomes harder to distinguish a truly perfect 2014 Elizabeth 50C from one that is slightly blemished. And that growing scarcity bites at the market, pushing the estimated worth of pristine pieces into territories many can hardly imagine. So if you ever come across a 2014 Elizabeth Australia 50-cent coin, inspect it with reverence. Don't brush it off as loose change, because that coin, under the right light, could be the key to a fortune. In its silver finish may lie millions, in its edges, in its flawless minting. A chance for wealth, for transformation, for a story that ends in triumph. Guard it carefully, value it highly, for you may be holding the difference between a normal life and one defined by legacy. The year 2015 gave birth to one of the most fascinating treasures in Australian numismatic history, the Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin. At first glance, it looks like any other piece of silver in circulation, simple and ordinary. But hidden beneath its metallic gleam lies a mystery, a power, and a story that could change someone's life forever. Many collectors call it the coin of fate, because within its small, shining frame rests the possibility of unimaginable wealth. The 2015 Elizabeth 50-cent coin has earned its place as one of the most valuable and sought-after pieces, a coin that could make its owner a billionaire overnight if they truly understand its worth. This coin bears the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, calm, graceful, and regal. Her image reflects not just authority, but also the elegance of history and legacy. Every curve and detail in that design represents a royal chapter of Australia's past, making it not just money, but a living piece of art. Yet, what sets the 2015 issue apart is its rarity. Some of these coins were struck in smaller numbers, or with slight minting differences that escaped attention at the time. Those tiny differences are now the very reason why this coin has become a symbol of fortune and destiny, a hidden gem that only a few will ever recognize. The story of the 2015 Elizabeth 50-cent coin is not one of mere currency. It is a story of discovery. Imagine finding this coin by chance in your change, turning it over, and suddenly realizing that you might be holding something worth millions. The thrill of that moment is beyond description. Some people may have spent this coin unknowingly, losing a fortune over a casual purchase, while others who recognized its uniqueness now hold onto it like a priceless treasure. That is the kind of magic this coin carries, a silent fortune disguised as an everyday object. Collectors around the world are drawn to this coin like moths to a flame. Its mysterious variations, possible errors, and royal symbolism make it one of the most talked about coins of the decade. Each time one appears at auction or in a private collection, it sends ripples through the numismatic world. Offers skyrocket, bids rise into the millions, and the legend grows stronger with every transaction. The 2015 Elizabeth 50-cent coin doesn't just sit in a case. It sits in the hearts of collectors as a dream, a symbol of the perfect discovery that could rewrite one's financial destiny forever. There's something poetic about how this coin hides its power in plain sight. It reminds us that fortune often hides behind the ordinary. A coin you might mistake for change at the bottom of a drawer could, in fact, be your key to a luxurious life. Those who know its true value guard it closely, as if protecting a secret passed down by fate itself. For them, it's not just about the money. It's about owning a piece of history that carries the energy of luck, rarity, and royal grace. Each year that passes adds more weight to its legend. As time moves forward, fewer perfect specimens remain untouched. Scratches, wear, and loss make the surviving coins even more precious. The market's hunger for the 2015 edition keeps pushing its value higher and higher, making it a coin that grows richer with every sunrise. It is not just an object of metal. It is a living investment, a time capsule of worth that appreciates endlessly as collectors compete for the privilege of owning it. The name Elizabeth gives this coin a certain majesty, a mark of timeless dignity that elevates it above ordinary currency. And when that royal legacy meets rarity, the result is pure magic. The 2015 Australian 50-cent coin symbolizes everything that makes numismatics thrilling. The chase, the mystery, and the hope that one small discovery can change your entire life. It stands as a shining reminder that luck favors those who look closely, those who see beyond the surface. So, if ever a 2015 Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin lands in your hands, don't spend it without a second thought. Look at it with wonder, with respect, and with curiosity, because you may be holding the key to your fortune. Guard it like a treasure, for within its silver surface lies the promise of wealth beyond imagination. This coin has the power to change your fate overnight, and its story proves that sometimes the most valuable things in life come wrapped in the simplest forms, waiting quietly for the right eyes to see their worth. The 2018 Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin, it glints in your palm like a promise, like something more than metal. At first, it appears simple, a familiar face of the Queen, the crested emblems of Australia, the weight and ring you expect. But for those who sense its pulse, this coin is a hidden thunderbolt, a plea from fate itself. It carries whispers of fortune so immense that one could scarcely imagine them. Millions, perhaps fortunes that shift a life overnight. If you hold one of these rare specimens in perfect condition, you might be holding your ticket to destiny. What sets the 2018 issue apart is something unseen at first glance. Imperfections and variations so subtle that most will never notice, yet so powerful they transform the coin into legend. Tiny minting irregularities, perhaps a shadowed relief here, a misalignment there, or an unexpected finish that caught no one's notice until much later. These are the tears in reality through which rarity screams. It is these hidden details that define true collectors' awe, the ones that make this coin more than currency. In their absence, it remains commonplace. In their presence, perfection, it becomes priceless. Imagine discovering it by chance. You pull it from a jar of coins, maybe from your grandfather's old coin purse, or find it nestled in the lining of a coat pocket. At first you see 50 cents. Then, as light catches it, you see something else, a clarity of edge, a sheen and scathe, detail crisp, unwearied by time. In that moment, you sense the weight of what this coin could become. Some people have told tales, real or imagined, of finding such a coin, of thinking nothing of it, of letting it slip into change, and then hearing, later, in auction catalogues or collector magazines, of the same kind described as worth unthinkable sums. Collectors around the globe burn with desire for such specimens. The 2018 Elizabeth 50 cent, in pristine condition, becomes a battlefield of whispers and offers. Private collectors compare notes. Auction houses tremble with the weight of potential bids. It is no longer about 50 cents. It is about legacy, about owning something that many will never have the eyes to recognize. For a perfect coin, sharp relief, untouched, without blemish, some believe its value could climb into realms reserved for dreams. Millions, tens of millions, sky-high valuations whispered in secret rooms. But this coin is not just precious for its price. It is precious for what it represents. It is a nexus of time standing still. It is a moment caught between mint and discovery, between silence and triumph. In its shine you see not just Queen Elizabeth's face, but echoes of history, of hands that held it, of spaces where it was almost lost, of eyes that passed it by. That intangible story, what we carry with things, the provenance, the mystery, all of it gathers around this coin and magnifies its power. Yet there's danger. The very ordinariness of most 50-cent coins masks the extraordinary in this one. Many owners do not know what they hold until someone else tells them. They slip them into circulation, into tip jars, into laundry machines. Some are traded for cheap goods, never knowing that they just gave away more than most people will ever earn. That tension between ignorance and awareness, between loss and discovery, gives the coin a dramatic weight. It means if you ever hold one, you must guard it, cherish every line and mirror finish. Because one small scratch or abrasion can dim its value, possibly shatter its potential in the marketplace. Time, too, is a companion of both loss and value. As years pass, coins are lost, damaged, melted, forgotten, or hoarded. Perfect specimens grow rarer. Stories of that one excellent 2018 coin become legends. And with scarcity comes hunger. Collectors, auctioneers, investors all feel the gravitational pull of rarity. As the number of flawless 2018 Elizabeth 50-cent coins diminishes, the value climbs. Not steadily, but with sudden leaps. The market's eyes widen. The legends grow louder. What was once possible becomes probable. Futures are rewritten. If you ever hold that 2018 Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin in near-perfect condition, sharp edges, full detail, mint luster, don't treat it lightly. Don't spend it at face value. Don't let someone else whisper its worth over your shoulder. That coin could be worth more than you know, enough to pay mortgages, build businesses, change generational destinies. Because sometimes, hidden in common things, are miracles. And this coin is one of those miracles, quiet until you listen, small until you see, ordinary until you believe. Guard it as gold. Honor it as legacy, for it has the potential to change your fortune overnight. The Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin from 2016 is far more than a piece of metal. It is a symbol of hidden power, silent wealth, and unspoken fortune. To an ordinary person, it may look like just another coin you'd find in your change. But to a true collector, this is a masterpiece of destiny disguised as currency. The moment you hold it, you can feel a strange energy in its weight, a shimmer that seems to whisper that this coin carries something rare, something beyond price. It's not just a coin. It's a potential key to unimaginable riches. The 2016 edition, especially those struck with the rarest perfection, has become a legend in the numismatic world, capable of turning an ordinary person into an overnight billionaire. What makes this coin so mesmerizing is its flawless design combined with its mysterious scarcity. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side glows with refined detail, capturing her dignity and grace. Every curve of her crown, every strand of her hair, and every gleam of polished silver feels alive, like it holds a heartbeat of history. But beyond the beauty, some 2016 coins are believed to have subtle differences, minting quirks that make them unique from all others. These rare pieces, often unnoticed by the untrained eye, have become the golden ticket for collectors who know that one small imperfection can make all the difference between 50 cents and $50 million. Imagine finding one of these coins in your home, maybe tucked away in an old drawer or forgotten inside a purse. At first, you see it as nothing special, but as light catches the edges, you notice its brilliance, sharper and cleaner than any other coin you've seen. The realization hits you slowly. This isn't just a piece of change. This is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The kind of coin that turns regular people into legends overnight. It's a moment of magic, where fate places fortune right in your hands without a warning. The 2016 Australian 50-cent coin holds deep symbolic meaning too. It carries the pride of a nation, the elegance of the Commonwealth, and the timeless grace of Queen Elizabeth II. Its 12-sided design reflects strength and endurance, representing balance in a changing world. Every edge of the coin gleams like a mirror of opportunity. And yet, within its shining surface hides something more. The story of luck, of rarity, and of wealth beyond imagination. This coin, to those who recognize its value, is not just currency. It's a piece of destiny, a link between the past and the promise of an extraordinary future. Over the years, collectors have whispered stories about certain 2016 coins that fetched extraordinary amounts in private auctions. Some pieces, due to their untouched mint state or rare variations, have been valued in millions. They are considered the crown jewels of Australian coinage, coins that collectors and investors from around the globe dream of possessing. The rarity is what gives it its magic. Each flawless piece that survives untouched by time becomes more valuable every year, and its worth continues to soar as others are lost, spent, or damaged. Yet, the greatest tragedy is that many people have no idea what they hold. They spend these coins without a second thought, letting fortune slip through their fingers like sand. Imagine handing over a coin worth millions just to buy a cup of coffee. It sounds impossible, but it happens more often than you think. That's why awareness is key. The 2016 Elizabeth Australia 50-cent coin must be handled with respect, kept safe, and examined carefully. Its true worth is not printed on its surface. It lies in the story, the rarity, and the perfection it carries within. Every 2016 coin has a story. Some are minted in special proof sets, others in circulation, and a few were struck with unique errors, slight misalignments, double strikes, or polished dies that gave them a mirror-like finish. These special versions have become treasures of the highest order, their value magnified by both beauty and mystery. Time only adds to their charm, transforming them from coins into relics of fortune. As collectors search, prices rise, and myths grow, the 2016 edition becomes more than a collectible. It becomes a legend. So, if you ever find the 2016 Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin shining back at you, don't take it lightly. Don't spend it or trade it away. Hold it, study it, and protect it because it might be one of the rarest treasures ever minted. Within that small circle of metal lies a fortune waiting to be unlocked, a symbol of hidden luck and silent promise. That single coin has the power to rewrite your destiny overnight, to lift you from ordinary life into unimaginable wealth. Guard it well, for the Queen's coin of 2016 might just be the key to your greatest fortune. The Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin from 2006 is not just an ordinary piece of currency. It is a masterpiece of history, power, and hidden fortune. To most people, it looks like a common silver coin, but to those who truly understand its significance, it is a secret treasure that could change a life overnight. Every curve of its edge, every shimmer of its surface tells a story that blends royal grace with mysterious value. This coin has become a symbol of luck and destiny, the kind that quietly rests in your drawer until one day, its secret worth is revealed, and your entire world shifts in an instant. The 2006 edition carries the majestic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, radiating elegance and timeless pride. Her image on this coin represents the enduring connection between Australia and the Crown, but beneath that familiar face lies a hidden truth. Some of these coins, struck under extraordinary precision or slight minting quirks, have become rare beyond belief. A small imperfection, a unique shine, or a striking difference has made a handful of these coins worth more than anyone could ever imagine. That's why collectors from across the world are in constant pursuit of the 2006 edition, because one perfect coin could be the golden key to unimaginable riches. Imagine finding one in your possession, tucked inside an old box, glinting among forgotten change, waiting silently for years. At first, you might think it's just another coin from your childhood, but then something about its shine catches your eye. The edges look crisper, the details sharper, and the silver gleam feels more alive. You turn it under the light, and the reflection dances like a diamond. That's the moment you realize that what you're holding could be worth millions. It's the kind of discovery that takes your breath away, a once-in-a-lifetime moment where destiny smiles upon you in the form of a single coin. The 2006 Elizabeth 50-cent coin stands out not only for its beauty, but also for its story. It was minted during a time when the Royal Australian Mint produced several special and commemorative designs, and some of these coins never entered circulation in large numbers. Others had unique finishes or rare errors that went unnoticed until years later. These details, invisible to the ordinary eye, turned this coin into a collector's obsession. The more time passes, the more these rare coins vanish from public hands, and the few that remain untouched continue to climb in value, reaching prices that defy belief. Collectors describe this coin as a silent diamond in the world of numismatics. Its dodecagonal, 12-sided shape, distinctive silver tone, and regal design make it stand out among all Australian coins. But its true magic lies in its rarity. The 2006 coin is said to have several rare varieties, each one commanding astronomical prices in private collections. Those lucky enough to possess one often hold it like a royal heirloom, knowing that it has the potential to make them millionaires overnight. It's not just a collectible, it's a financial miracle waiting to be unlocked. Unfortunately, many people have let this fortune slip through their fingers without realizing it. They spent it unknowingly, traded it away, or tossed it into piggy banks and old purses. Somewhere in the world, someone is holding this coin right now, unaware that they possess a treasure that could rewrite their entire life. That's what makes the 2006 Elizabeth Australia 50-cent coin so fascinating. It hides in plain sight. It's the perfect example of how destiny disguises itself as the ordinary, waiting for someone wise enough to notice. Each passing year makes the 2006 coin even rarer and more desirable. The market for Australian coins has exploded in value, with collectors willing to pay millions for pieces that meet the right conditions. Uncirculated, perfect strike, or with special mint variations. The coin story has evolved into legend, told in whispers among collectors and dreamers alike. It's no longer just about owning a coin. It's about holding a fragment of history, a royal relic that connects the past with the promise of untold fortune. So, if you ever come across the 2006 Elizabeth II Australia 50-cent coin, don't rush to spend it or trade it away. Hold it carefully, admire its beauty, and let it remind you that sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest destinies. That single coin could be the one that changes everything, the coin that turns you from an ordinary person into a billionaire overnight. Because in this world of mystery and chance, fortune doesn't always come in gold. Sometimes it comes in 50 cents, stamped with the face of a queen and the power to change your life forever.